Hello everyone and welcome. Today we'll be exploring some of the Polish Pickup Rewind polishes for 2024. In my most recent video, I shared sneak peeks of 60 plus of the items returning for polish pickup. If you'd like to check that out, I will leave it down in the description for you. But today, I'd like to swatch the polishes that I still have in my collection that are coming back this year. I do have 9 absolutely stunning polishes here to share with you, so let's just jump right into it. The first polish I have here is by Phoenix Indie Polish. This one is called Girl Dragon. And of course, this one is inspired by Shrek. This is like a chocolate brown base with this beautiful shifting magenta shimmer, which does shift into a deeper, more bright cherry red at extreme angles. Really, really beautiful. And it is seen here in 2 coats. The next polish I have is by Whatcha Indie Polish. This one is a really pretty metallic green type of shimmer. This is a magnetic polish, and this one is called Nightshade. You can wear it on its own as this beautiful metallic-y shimmer, or you can magnetize it. And when you do, you get this beautiful effect where that green pigment kind of pulls wherever you set your magnet. I wasn't really sure where I wanted it, and I decided to go with a center stripe. Really like the way that looks, and it's fun to play around with the magnets, but this is kind of the final effect. This next one is by Bevs Lacquer. This is one of the most interesting polishes in my collection, and my collection is pretty big. This polish has a really interesting base tone. It's got some really fun shimmer in there. But most interestingly, it has this peachy shimmer that kind of resides underneath the rest of the shimmers as the magnetic pull. It's really cool. So this one I did go ahead and build up in 3 coats. I went and laid down 2 coats of the base polish and then magnetized on that 3rd coat. And this is what I mean. That shimmer kind of lays over top of the magnet. Here you can see it with the flash on, and you see the magnetic stripe a little better, but it's kind of ghostly. Really interesting. Next up, we have this gorgeous Sassy Sauce polish. This one is called Wet Spot, and this one has a beautiful shimmery shift as well as this golden reflective. It does take a couple coats to build up because of that gorgeous shimmer. I also really love how twinkly the reflective glitters remain throughout the buildup process of this polish. The shimmer only continues to intensify, and I did build this one up in 3 coats for full opacity. And again, the shimmer as well as the sparkles are both so strong and gorgeous. I absolutely love that on the extreme angle you get all of those reflective glitters and they almost look hollow, but here is that polish under the flash so you can really see those reflectives. Next up we have Kathleen & Co. This is a beautiful red shimmery type of polish. This one has kind of a golden tone at extreme angles too, which is really fun. This one's called Rosary P. I absolutely loved the thick formula on this one. You can get it to opacity in 1 coat, and I love the crystallic shimmer within that kind of grayed out base. It's such a fun, interesting, and different finish. I would love to see more of this finish from the brand. Here it is under the flash so you can really see how beautiful and twinkly that shimmer is. This next one is Vanessa Molina, and this polish will actually be coming back in a 2.0 version. This is a black to red multi-chrome base with juicy flakies, but the multi-chrome in the Fishnet Stockings 2.0 will be a little bit stronger. So this is kind of a jelly base, so I did have to build this one up, and it would be okay over just 1 coat of black. I feel like that would also work, but building this one up on its own, you get a lot more of the flaky payload. The flakies themselves have this really cool blue to green aquatic shift, and in the base it gives a very pond effect vibe. Many flakies build up. When you do end up on the fourth coat, that is when you find that full opacity, and again, all those flakes just look so cool trapped within the base. Next up, we have an ultra shifting beauty. This has so many colors when you look at the bottle. This one is by Art is Nails, and this one is called Excuse Me While I Kiss This Guy. This was originally from the Misheard song lyrics theme, and I absolutely love this polish, both built up on its own and as a topper. Last year, I compared this polish to KB Shimmer's Snow Unique, as well as, I believe, a Bee's Knees lacquer polish. They did end up being complete dupes, and I will leave that down in the description for you to kind of help you on your shopping journey for Polish Pickup Rewind. The context of the video may still be themed off of last year, but it has swatches of this polish compared to others, as well as showing it as toppers. This next polish by Swamp Gloss, I feel like the base looks very similar to the last polish as well, but this one has an added pretty blue flaky. This is called Feed Me by Swamp Gloss. This totally does look just like the last polish though. I didn't even realize that before. So this is a near dupe, except that the Feed Me polish does have those added pretty flakies. I absolutely love both polishes though. The formulas are also very similar. I did go in for 3 coats on both of these polishes. I do find that Feed Me has a slight blue tinted base in comparison. And last but not least, we have a by Danny Vianna polish here. The Aurora glow on this is absolutely stunning. This polish is called Rosewater, and this has those beautiful pink irregular glitters in there. I have called them petal flakes on my channel before. I feel like they look like little petals, like little flower petals, and I just think they're so cute. This polish is a true sheer polish. It doesn't ever quite build up. I can't call it a buildable sheer, but it does make a beautiful topper. I did go ahead and build it up here just so you can kind of see how it builds. Here on the 3rd coat, things start getting pretty thick as far as the petal flakes go, but when you look at it, it's very sheer still through the nail. But I did give it 1 extra coat just to see if that shimmer would really build up and maybe give a little bit of opacity, but it doesn't, and that is okay for those of us that love using things like this as a topper, or if you just like that sheer wash with a little something extra, this is definitely a polish for you. It is such a fun one. So for swatches, you guys got to see this in a really bright direct light. However, this is what all of the polishes look like under lower lighting. For all of those heavy shimmer polishes, you really get to start seeing the intensity of the shimmers and how they almost give a metallic sheen. Really beautiful polishes. Let me take you out to the sunlight. Out in the sun, the magnetics really tend to dance, as well as those shimmers. They show their lightest aspects and they're just so pretty. I really am a sucker for a shimmer though. Nightshade is definitely catching my eye the most out here in the sun though. And then here is what they look like in the shade, just for fun in case anybody wanted to see them. But that is all of the polishes that I have in my possession currently that are coming back for Polish Pickup Rewind 2024. I'm definitely eyeballing a couple of these as polishes I'd like backups of, as well as so many polishes that are coming back this year. If you'd like more sneak peeks at polishes coming back for Polish Pickup Rewind 2024, make sure to check out the video linked in the description box below. But that's it for this one, and I hope to see you in the next one. And until next time, friends, thanks so much for hanging with me.